You know what's more impressive than iPhone 12? It's an air purifier. Look at this thing, it's so futuristic. Here, I'll show you. Look at those lights, and plus it's touch screen. So I got this air purifier because there's a lot of dust in my room. So enough of air purifier, but today I'm going to talk about some experiments and some business ideas that I tried in college and back in 12th grade. Now, all of these failed, and I failed miserably, right? I always had this vision of building, the next billion-dollar startup or the next big thing that's going to impact the world, the next Facebook, whatever. But, as a kid, you always have these ambitions of doing something really great, of, making a mark in the world so that thousands of people remember you after you die. But when you actually go out there and start building it, that's when you realize how difficult it is. I'll give you an example. This is Samsung's some phone, right? And we underrate phones. We're like, all right, इसमें क्या बड़ी बात है? ये तो कोई भी बना लेगा. But just think about it, man. How difficult is it to manufacture a piece like this and then, put 4 cameras and then, have all these sophisticated technology inside, make it fast, snappy. And then comes the business part where you have to give it right from the factory to the consumer. You have to, have a global market, distributors होने चाहिए, दुकानदार बेचने चाहिए, then you have these e-commerce site, Amazon, Flipkart में भी ये phones देना होगा. It's such a complicated process. So running a business like Samsung is so tough, and everything depends on how you execute, how fast you execute, and it's not really easy. So back in 12th grade, I never knew these things. Even now, I don't know about much of these things, but I was really ambitious. I wanted to do something. So I tried out a bunch of ideas, right? So I'm going to talk about 4 failed business ideas. Maybe you can learn something from it and maybe not commit those mistakes. But one thing for sure is that keep experimenting in your life. Never be afraid to work on your ideas. Always work on your ideas so that you fail and then at least learn from it, right? Because if you never try, then what's the use? Your life is going to be stagnant. Also join our communities on Discord, Telegram. These are some of India's healthiest communities. People are learning different skills, doing amazing stuff, collaborating, and it's an amazing environment out there. So if you're bored at home and if you want to come practice English or learn some coding skills or graphic designing skills, join our communities. Perfect place for you to be there. Link given in the description down below. Now move on to the video. Alright, so this is the first idea that I had. It was back in 7th grade when I made a chicken egg incubator. Now, if you guys don't know what an incubator is, it's basically a styrofoam box with some chicken eggs inside. It has a temperature controlling thing and a humidity controlling, thing. And after 21 days, if you maintain the temperature and the humidity, then the chicken eggs hatch. And I don't know how I did that. And the entire summers, I had 4 chickens in my apartment. So this was something that happened, right? And I wrote some blogs about it and all of that. In 12th grade, I was like, all right, so if I, as a person in 7th grade, was able to do it at home and have chickens even without having like a real mother, if I can artificially produce chickens, then why not use it for some sort of agricultural or some sort of business which could actually make a lot of chickens. And this was a very lame idea. I mean, I didn't really have clarity on it, but I thought it'll be really helpful for farmers to earn additional income by artificially producing chicken. And I went to IIT Bombay to present this for some competition, and the judges didn't really seem impressed because it was a very unrealistic idea, right? You can't manufacture chickens in scale. The second failed idea was an app. Back in 12th grade, the word app was really famous. सबको ऐप ही बनाना था. आज भी बहुत सारे students को बस ऐप ही बनाना रहता है, and people think it's really cool to build an app, and so did I. So back in 12th grade, I was like, what if you're stuck in traffic and if you want emergency help, how do you contact doctors, right? So my idea was that I'll make an app which has contact numbers of all ambulances and of all doctors nearby, and if you're say stuck in traffic, you can just call the doctor or the app or the ambulance, and the Ambulance मतलब जो area का ambulance है वो. Once you tap on that, the ambulance or the doctor would be coming and rescuing you from traffic. In case you have an emergency. For example, अगर आपको heart attack आ गया, if you're in traffic, then you can just use that app and doctor or ambulance आ जाएगा वहाँ पे. So that was the idea. Now I thought it was really smart, but then I realized implementation is really difficult, right? This IIT Bombay वापस गया मैं and I presented this idea and the professor was like, dude, you cannot actually implement this. It's really tough. There are a lot of logistical issues. And that's when I realized that, yes, it seems like a really novel idea. It seems like something that will help people, but implementing that is a bit tough. So that was my second failed idea. So both these things were something that I did in 12th grade. Now after 12th grade, I got into BITS. It was first year of my college at BITS Pilani. And I watch a lot of YouTube, right? And I'm pretty sure you too might have watched some videos about drop shipping. If you haven't, then just go watch drop shipping. So there were these bunch of YouTubers, I would like to call them scammers, who used to make videos called, start drop shipping on Shopify and you'll earn like $1,000 a week, $1 million a week, and it's really easy. Bas dusro ka like inventory low, and you can start making your own e-commerce site and you can sell. So essentially the concept was that you don't have to sell your own product. You can take others' products, sell it, and get a commission. All right, so it's as simple as that. That was drop shipping. It was promoted a lot. Even I saw those videos and I was staggered by the numbers. क्योंकि लोग बोल रहे थे कि you can $1,000 कमा सकते हो, $2,000 कमा सकते हो, and every time some YouTube video says $1 million, 2,000 रुपए कमा सकते हो, it's really suspicious. So I didn't know. I was a kid. I just went. I was like, all right, I'm going to do drop shipping. I tried it. Put in some money in Facebook ads, I think 1,000 rupees or something. Lost all 1,000 rupees because the Facebook ads didn't work out, and neither did I have any experience in e-commerce, so that didn't really work out. So drop shipping also failed miserably. Nitin Kamath, the founder of Zerodha, says that if you don't have core competency in a particular skill or a particular idea, then you should not pursue it. Right? I knew zero about e-commerce. Then it doesn't make sense for me to start up in e-commerce because I don't know anything. So say if you want to start a coding platform, and if you know nothing about code, then there's no point of you starting a coding platform. If you want to start a financial startup, and if you have no clue about what finance is, how the stock market works, how private equity works, then you have no right to start a startup because you'll fail really quickly because you have zero knowledge about that particular subject. So I think that was one of the major reasons why I failed. I never knew how the market was. I never knew what skills were required, and eventually it didn't really work out. Next idea, fourth failed idea was, so I live in Nasik, right? And there's a hotel called Express Inn. It's a 5-star hotel. And I thought, why not build a chatbot for them? Why not start building chatbots for hotels? So the concept was that people can come to the hotel, they can scan the barcode present in the hotel, and then the chatbot would open and the chatbot would be like, all right, these are the restaurants near us, these are the bars near us, you can visit these tourist places. If you need any assistance, you can contact us. Every single information that should be there for a hotel would be there on the chatbot. And this was quite a nice idea because in the European markets, a lot of companies were doing it, and I thought I could do the same thing for India. So I went to the hotel, I spoke to the general manager, and it was so irritating because I was like a 18, 19-year-old trying to convince a general manager to buy my product. And eventually I met the owner of the hotel. He's a big businessman, and he was like, all right, dude, you're a kid, you don't know much, but I can allow you to do a pilot for 3 months. So for 3 months, I had my barcode on that hotel, I had my chatbot deployed on their website, I got like tons of leads through those chatbots, and people started using it. That hotel got a lot of bookings because of my chatbot. But then after 3 months, I called up the owner and I was like, hey, can you pay me now because you've been using my product free? And he was like, no, and then he discontinued it. So this was my fourth fail attempt at starting up, and I think it happened because I didn't really have the business acumen, I wasn't professional enough, and I didn't really understand the problem. And to be honest, I don't even think it's a major problem when I think of it now. Maybe after COVID it could be, but at that time, hotel mein jaake chatbot use karna, I'm not sure how many people would actually do that. So as Y Combinator says, build what people want. I'm not sure if it was something that people wanted. at the end of the day. So that's pretty much it, guys. These were some of the failed business ideas, whatever you call them, and I'm pretty sure even you guys might have failed at a lot of efforts. It could be some school project that we're trying out and then didn't really succeed. Tell us about your failures. Tell us where you failed in the comment section down below. I would love to know about it, because everyone speaks about successes. Josh talks, TEDx talks, everyone speaks about the fancy, glamorous jazz that they've done in life, but you should also talk about failures, because that's where the real learning happens. I'm so happy that I've failed miserably. I've cold called people, cold email people, and I've got rejected multiple times, and it's such a nice feeling when you get rejected, because the more rejections you face, the more immune you become, the more stronger you become from inside. And I'm really happy that I was rejected so many times so that I become a better person tomorrow. And I hope you guys too get rejected. Go out there, try out whatever you want to, fail miserably, or if you're lucky, succeed in it, and then just prepare for a better tomorrow. That's all for today, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm planning a bunch of interesting videos, putting in a lot of time, money, efforts into these videos, so hopefully you would like it. See you. Bye.